Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Dungeon Masters Dojo podcast. This is a show for game masters and players alike. We hope to bring you tips and tricks to elevate your game and develop the art of dungeon mastery. I'm your host, Louis Aponte, and these are your dungeon masters, Scott Labby and Bill Robotile. Let's enter the dojo and see what they have in store for us today.
Merry Christmas!
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Lou.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Christmas time is near. Time for toys and time for cheer. We've been good, but we can't last. Hurry, Christmas, hurry fast.
Is it bad that Scott and I remember the words and Lou's just doing nothing but laughing?
Ooh, that hurt singing at that high pitch. There's a lot of things you have to do anatomically to get that pitch, and none of them are comfortable.
I just go straight for the vice grips.
Yeah, is a lot of rubber bands. A lot of rubber bands.
Or your Speedos.
Actually, Bill's Speedos. He's about 4 sizes smaller than me, at least.
He still thinks it's my Speedos. I haven't told him it's my wife's underwear. Doesn't matter. You can't see him once he puts them on anyways.
She's going to be pissed when she tries to get those on and they fall down around her ankles because I blew out the elastic.
Bam! Whoever knew spandex had a shelf life.
Well, this is our Christmas special.
Yes.
I need a sip. Hold on.
Special being the key word.
Special. We all pause and take a long draft off of our beers.
As is our long-standing 2-year now tradition, we come to the table with gifts.
Gifts.
That we have handmade for one another. Special gifts, both fun and enjoyable.
Yep.
And useful.
And memorable.
And memorable. I think after a certain age, you want a little usefulness to things. So that's why it's important that we come to the table with some useful Christmas gifts for one another.
Now, let's see. Now, we all make ours independent without telling each other.
Yes.
Last time we did this, we all made something very similar.
Yes.
Let's see if we do it again.
It's not going to happen because I came up with a totally unique Christmas gift.
I did too.
I don't know if mine's unique, but you guys are going to freak out when I get halfway through.
So, with that said, why don't you go first, Scott?
Well, remember that time we ended up in the Dark Realms there? We were on our way to Barovia. We got sidetracked. And
I have a cottage there.
Yeah, and we were driving down the road, and Lou wanted to pick up that hitchhiker. Turned out he was a werewolf, and we had a problem, and the upholstery had to be replaced in the van and everything like that. So
Thank God I have area rugs. It took me forever to get those stains out.
So each of you have in front of you a unique but similar gift.
Unique but similar.
And useful. So I give to you, Bill, the orb of lycanthropic distraction. And I give to you the disc, Lou, of lycanthropic distraction. They both work the same. They're just different vessels for the potent magical ability contained therein. So let me lay out the scenario for you.
Oh, please
do.
You're out hunting, as Bill does, or you've managed, Lou, to find yourself outdoors for some bizarre reason.
He was drawn by a hammock.
Yeah, he locked himself out like he did last summer in his underpants and had to call. Yeah. And before you stands a mob, not just one, but a mob of slavering, hungry lycanthropes, werewolves.
Uh-oh.
A pack.
Yeah, a pack of them. This works especially well on werewolves. It'll work on like a werebear or a wereboar or whatever have you, but this works especially well on werewolves. So you're out there, you don't have any silver bullets in your hunting gun. Lou's locked out in his underpants again, doesn't have anything but maybe a jump drive, right? You're goners. Done.
Yep.
Not with these. You activate these by whispering the magic words at them. Okay?
Okay.
Each one has a magic word that instantaneously turns it on as long as your AAA batteries are good. Right? You got to make sure to check your batteries every now and again.
Does it take 3 or 4?
It takes a lot. There's like
Okay.
7 or 8 of them. It draws a lot of magical energy.
I
you
hope
know.
there's instructions because, I get those things flipped up,
And then
the flat side goes
and
this
then
way,
they
the
don't
bumpy-
work. But I'm
Yeah,
working
yes.
on one that you can charge in a charging dock.
Oh, okay.
That'd be nice.
Most of the time, though, this is a one shot deal, right?
Okay, that's
You're-
doable.
You're going to lose it. So you got to lean in and you got to whisper the magic words. Who's your good boy? Right? Who's your good boy? And the more excited you get, who's your good boy? The more magical energy, builds up in it and it begins to thrum. And now it's on. Once it's active, and you'll know because it'll start to kind of thrum a little bit and glow, speak the cardinal direction you want it to travel in. And then the orb or the disc will take off in that direction at breakneck speed. I mean, this sucker is going to soar. And it's going to, so if it's in the woods, you don't have to worry about it because, it's going to maneuver around trees and shit like that. And it's going to send out a signal that no werewolf on the face of this earth can
Could possibly
resist. Right? So it's going to alternate. And this has been, there's a lot of research I put into this. I was on Google for like 30 or 40 minutes the other day. Yeah, researching what sounds trigger the canid into the chase. So once active, you say, all right, east, and it takes off, right? Your orb's going, your disc is flying. It's going to alternate between a whistle, the whistle, and it's going to alternate between that whistle, the customary calling your hound whistle, and a sound something like this. And they're going to take off like a bat out of hell or like a werewolf out of the woods. All lycanthropes in a 60-foot radius of the user, that would be either one of you, must make a wisdom saving throw or chase the flying disc or orb.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it comes in handy. I'm assuming it's going to come in handy. I didn't test it on any lycanthropes. That's
okay.
dangerous.
So you don't know what the DC is on it?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. It's the wisdom. It's the the wisdom of the user. So it varies, right?
It would, yes.
Right. You should be fine.
I may have some problems.
Lou may want to have Thunderwave ready as a backup, but
for the few that get through.
yeah, but it worked at the pound.
Oh, cool.
Not really lycanthropes, but I mean they're dogs. There was some cats there too that went after it. I'm working on something for like feline enemies, like a ball of yarn or something
For next year. Yeah.
for next year. Yeah. I think it's probably going to have some merit against a rakshasa.
That'd be very useful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it will.
yeah,
The-
yeah. Oh,
a
yeah,
big
I
ass
see it,
ball
yeah.
of yarn. But anyway, whenever you go hunting or whenever you get locked out of the house or whatever, or on Halloween, or just if you drank too much and you blundered into the wrong spot in Barovia, have the disc and the orb with you. It's good. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it might work against a Sasquatch, but I don't know.
I'll take it. It'll save me.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't think we'll ever have to worry about a Sasquatch, but
They're out there.
everyone knows lycanthropes are real, so
That is true.
we're good there.
That is true. Because we remember that friend of ours that was bitten. We haven't seen him in a while.
yeah,
but,
yeah.
and then the neighbors were upset because he was shitting on their lawn and everything. But they exist, so you got to be careful out there. That's our public service. Don't go out and buy an orb or a disc and then go looking for, because they'll be on sale on our website. Don't go out looking for lycanthropes. They're dangerous. Also real. And that was a lie. We're not selling it on our website.
It takes a little bit too much magic than
That's-
what you have.
I don't have much in the way of magic.
Excellent. Why, thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much.
I'm going to make sure this stays right alongside my seat in the truck, because wherever I go, my truck goes.
Yeah. Yep.
Just put mine in my bag.
He's sitting in his truck now.
Gotta love Zoom.
He's just driving around in the woods. Like Lone
Well, it's
Wolf
dark now,
McQuaid.
so it's easier to hit deer.
Yeah, it's takes less ammunition, doesn't make a lot of noise,
Mhm.
except for when they say out.
I don't know. I usually can't hear it over the revving of the engine.
Well, those are, we're gonna get some hate mail from the WWF and PETA, I'm sure.
Well, at
He's
least
just
that's okay.
kidding.
We're getting mail.
Yes. Mail is mail,
That's
whether you
it.
hate us or not.
Would you like me to go next, sir?
If you want to, or I can.
No,
go.
I want you to go next. I want to go last.
All
Just
right.
because there's going to be expletives that are thrown and things like that. So I want to give you guys time.
Because that'll be unusual
This is
for,
true.
for us
Yes.
to use an expletive.
So Lou, by all means.
Well, last time I think, if I remember correctly, I gave you guys the knee braces of bolster.
yeah, I'm
Yes, you
wearing
did.
them now.
Because you needed them. Well,
Yeah.
I needed it really bad.
yes. Well, I thought about you guys again, and I got you guys something that you guys can use again. Give me 1 second, please. Let's take a moment to talk about our sponsor.
You're a new DM who wants to jump behind the screen. Maybe you've been volunteered by your gaming group, but aren't quite ready. You've been watching people play games online or on podcasts, and you're thinking to yourself, where do they come up with all that descriptive narrative? There's no way I can do that. Well, don't worry. We've got a solution for you. What if I were to tell you that I can put a team of professional writers alongside you at your desk while you're prepping your game? Sounds pretty good, huh? With Describe, we can do just that. These narratives vividly describe monsters, places, spells, people, you name it. It's there, and there are more than 6,000 of these easy-to-search up, copy, and pastable, beautifully written narratives right at your fingertips. Confidently read these narratives aloud in your campaign and impress noob and veteran gamer alike. And the best thing about it is, the library of narratives is constantly growing, and it's affordable. Describe has graciously provided us with a discount for our listeners. Head on over to describe.com/DMD. That's DSCRYB.com/DMD. Use the code DMD at checkout to try Describe for 2 weeks for free. Links will be in the show notes.
And now, back to the show.
Oh, he's got a... Oh, wait, let's see what this looks like.
These are desk pads of remembrance.
Oh, I definitely need that because I was on my way to the bathroom today and
that's-
forgot what I was doing.
That is awesome. Those are beautiful.
I'm remembering stuff already. Oh, shit. I had a to-do list.
Well-
I see the futon is open. Maybe I could spend the night, Bill.
Well,
Thanks, Lou.
as you guys get older, you guys become a little bit more forgetful. So when you place this on your desk, while you're at your desk writing games for your game table.
Yes.
Wow, that's beautiful.
There's a handsome bald guy on this, too. Jesus Christ, he's good looking.
The benefits for these is while you're at your desk, you'll be focused and you'll have a +1 to both your intuition and insight. You'll also have advantages on both intelligence and wisdom rolls while you're actively working on writing a game creation, whether it be the world, a monster, or a scenario, or characters.
I need every bonus to intelligence I can get.
Hence why I thought about you.
That's friendship.
I am hugely wise, but as far as remembering stuff, yeah, it's could
Well,
be
hopefully
problematic.
these will help you remember.
Of course. How could I forget after looking at this?
I can't keep my eyes away from them. They're beautiful.
The handsome bald guy, though. Jesus. Wow. Must
No,
be
I
hard
think-
being that good looking.
I think his forehead looks a little large.
Well, he's bald.
Yeah, he's all
That's,
forehead.
that's an 8 head.
It goes from his nose all the way to the back of his neck. That's what's at my forehead.
I was trying to keep it simple, not overworked. I mean, you like all the work you put into that. I mean, that was way too much research. This was just
30 minutes on Google. Yeah.
easily created.
I learned it from watching you.
Wow. Well, can I beat that?
I'm sure you can.
Well, let's get into it. There's a little preamble here.
Okay.
How I had to work this up. I had to do a little traveling. I did have to do a little bit of work, a little more than 30 minutes of research on Google. So with all of us getting older, the recalling of some facts, places or people isn't as easy as it once was. It occurred to me that I should whip up something for Christmas that could help you guys just a little bit, because I know there's times. The dusty Rolodex I have for a brain needs help and is far beyond anything, really. I'm going to put this pad to the test. I decided to return to an old and familiar place I call the University of 2.0 Magic. While there, I searched and researched for the perfect gift to give you as a token of my friendship and appreciation for the two of you. strolling through the grounds of the university, I spied a little tiny building set way in the back, seldomly visited until I recently showed up, and for a long time forgotten. It was there on the street before the building I began devising a plan for your Christmas gift, one that I'm sure neither of you would have suspected or seen coming. Maybe a little bit. First, I need to acquire 2 pieces of wood, willfully given by a treant elder. During their life, the appreciation of time would be essential as a component. Having been around a while myself, I knew just the treant to visit. Rocky Stillwater of Ironwood. Yeah, weird name for a treant, but he's still an odd duck and friendly as all heck. Second, I was off to a skilled elven master craftswoman, Mordelia Blackwater. She was delightful to fulfill my commission. I'm known to her since I've used her skills in the past, sizing them to order. 2 feet long, 2 inches in diameter. Upon these wooden staves, she carved intricate depictions of floral and fauna, scenery that appeared as if it was looking through an open window. Then there were people of all shapes, sizes, and races, inlaid with silver from dwarven mines, gold from the gnome refineries, and powdered gemstones to give color and depth. The vessel for your gifts was ready. Now was the hard part, constructing the gifts. With the vessels in hand, it was time to head back to that nearly forgotten building. As I approached the building, a challenge was issued from the doormen before I could even get halfway down the walk. It seemed I was recognized, and some of the disparaging marks I have made in the past about their beloved institution obviously had preceded me. It was some time, with much cajoling, a full-on point-counterpoint discussion, and a few coins, that I was finally allowed to enter the campus of psionic studies. I will now pause for gasps of surprise, exclamations of disbelief if you prefer, verbal utterances of confusion. All actual questions will be answered after the gift presentation. Now, please do not confuse dislike with disuse. The best way to defend and contend with a class that can totally derail a scenario is to master that class, and I assure you, I have. Now, to your gifts. I started with the discipline of metamagics, where I then moved on to the sciences of empower. I have to admit, there were a few faltering steps, but I managed to cover. It's been a bit since I played around with psionics, and I was a bit rusty. And I was about to blend the magics of 2.0 and 5.0 together. But with that done, the vessel was now prepared for the addition of a specific devotion, retrospection. With great consideration, it was my choice to imbue this item 3 times with the same devotion. But there's a slight difference between the 3 of them. Let me explain retrospection. It is devotion that allows one to delve into the past and locate memories that have been loosed from other minds. The bearer of this item must be joined by at least 2 others during the necessary attunement. The greater the number of participants who share memories of subjects, the more vivid the results. All participants must be within 30 feet of the vessel during attunement and have personal knowledge of the subjects. After attunement, anyone who participated will be able to hold the now fully functioning rod of remembrance. We're on the same wavelength there. Now, let me point out the differences in the 3 retrospections. The first use is to remember a person. Every detail of that person can be recalled in vivid realism. Softness of a touch, lines around the eyes caused by age, but the sparkle of youthful times still evident. Laughter with that snort at the end if they really get going. Even the smell of cologne or perfume will be sensed. Second use is to remember a place. The favorite site to go fishing with the family. Maybe the site where you learned your beloved was going to make you a father for the first time. Or just a scene in nature that took your breath away with the simple display of the world's grandeur. Third use is to remember a thing. Maybe a childhood toy that made everything okay during those times when you were frightened. Your favorite vehicle that embodied freedom or speed. Maybe even that 1d20 that has yet to fail you. The Rod of Remembrance is a wondrous item, very rare, requires attunement by 3 persons or more. Each of these uses can be summoned once a day. The rod will regain all charges daily at dawn. Duration of the effects are for 1 minute. Range is touch. Gentlemen, Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I need it every now and again.
No comments about going to psionics.
I don't know what to say. I thought you weren't allowed to go there anymore. Since that day you said that thing to the...
As I said.
I was gonna... but I chose not to.
I appreciate that. I was out in front of that building for quite some time to get my way in. But I do have a little influence. I have been marching about the university for quite some time.
So see, Bill really does have a secret affair with psionics.
Yeah.
He knows about it. He knows enough.
I know enough to stop people from breaking my table.
He knows enough to put it to good use.
Mm-hmm.
This is huge. Also, I think it might be problematic.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I could get away with not doing a lot by just saying, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Now, shit, there's no excuse. I'm going to go home and there's going to be, but wait a minute, you got that stick, right? That helps you. And then you got the pad thing. So you should remember all those things that you were supposed to do today.
Oh, I can see it now. Have your missus turn around and go, oh, you forgot. Well, let me see that stick you got there. I'm going to put that where it's touch. I'm going to make sure I put that where you remember everything.
Yeah, you won't forget it, where it's going.
As you can see, Bill and I were on the same wavelength for you, Scott.
Is this Sears?
No, you're just part of an algorithm.
Keep going on to Google's.
Thank you for your information. We also have your credit card number.
Shh, he doesn't know, or it wasn't supposed to know.
He hasn't put the bad down. He'll forget.
You'd be disappointed.
I already was.
$13.02.
I forgot to pay it. Shit. Well, these work.
Oh, and there's our Christmas gifts to one another. So we're 2 out of 3 with going the same direction.
Yep.
Last year was all grooming. This year,
We still look like shit.
there's still, I keep forgetting to use last year's gift.
Still limping.
Only on one side.
Still,
Since the last time we recorded, I'm now 4% cyborg.
we're not going to let you know what that 4% is.
You'll have to write us to find out.
I had something modified.
It's gas powered now.
Lou can't speak.
Actually, Olive Bill is gas powered.
Well, at least I upgraded from Steam.
Old steam.
Oh, yeah. He'd clank like the radiators in an old house.
For 15 minutes before you even felt the heat. Yeah, that's me.
Well, that's our Christmas episode.
That's our Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Joyous holidays to each and every one of our listeners. And make sure you tell everyone to check us out at thedungeonmastersdojo.com so we can wish them a Merry Christmas too.
Yeah, send us email.
Yes. That's going to conclude this episode. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Please subscribe to the podcast for more great content. If you'd like to hear a particular topic, you can reach us on Facebook at the Dungeon Masters Dojo, or you can drop us an email at thedungeonmastersdojo@gmail.com. Thank you, and have a good day.